G'day guys, today is going to be a good day. I said that in every single video, but today I'm finally doing something that I've wanted to do for such a long time. I had it on my NA and you guys have asked so many times when I'm going to be installing my Mars Performance Halo lights into my Turbo Falcon. And the truth is they've actually been on for a very long time now. So ever since I did the panel swap, this car has actually had the Angel Eye lights in it. I just never have ever turned them on. I've never wired them up, I just never had the time to. And believe it or not, I actually have Angel Eye fog lights as well. So yeah, we're not going to be doing that tonight, we're just going to be doing the headlights. And it's super simple to do. But first of all, before we start anything, I have to give a massive shout out to Super Cheap Auto. Super Cheap Auto emailed me the other day and said, hey Zach, we love what you do. We want to send you out some stuff to help with making the videos. Keep up the good work. And yeah. So anyway, they sent me out all of this. So I got a multimeter, which I've wanted one of these for so long. They actually sent me out a whole heap of wire. However, I've already used it all on the matte underglows that I put on. So I ended up getting some more of that. I also ended up getting some solder from them as well. I've also got a whole heap of duct tape. As you can see, I've already used a whole heap of it. I've also got 2 sets of crimpers and strippers. And I've also got a 20-piece assorted heat shrink kit. And then this right here, which is a Calibre 100-watt soldering iron kit. It's amazing. So today is finally the day that I'm going to be doing a review on the Calibre soldering iron kit, but that's going to be coming in a different video. So if you guys want to see that, jump over to the next video, which will be in about 2 days time. And yeah, we'll do a full review on the soldering iron kit. But once again, I want to give a massive shout out to Super Cheap Auto. Thank you very much for sponsoring this video. Alright, so this is a very straightforward process and I'm so glad that they're already in. However, I'm still going to have to take these lights out because I do have to get in behind them, and the wires for them are like all the way underneath, even below like the actual headlights themselves. So we are going to be taking off the front bar, taking off the headlights, and just to give us easier access to all the wires. I also found that it's probably the easiest to just get my auxiliary port. Usually I just had them wired straight into the Parker lights, which was the easiest way to do it, but I hated always turning them on and off all the time. So I think I'm just going to go from the cigarette lighter, which I know is a pretty standard auxiliary port. But yeah, I guess we'll get started with taking the front bumper off. So now we're going to get a massive long extension and take out the headlights. And you listen. And you listen. And you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run a wire from the cigarette lighter in my car, which is going to bring it all the way back out through the firewall. And I'm going to run it down the side here underneath all this and get it all out the way, back to through here, and then I'll just splice into this and go straight across to the other side as well. So it should be super simple. I'm going to quickly get all the wire out and just mock it all up, make sure I have all the right measurements, and then we should be good to go. Alrighty, so as I said before, the easiest way that I was going to go about this was to actually put the wire straight down through the firewall, which is kind of like what I've done there. You guys probably can't see, it's way too dark. And then just come up and connect it straight into the cigarette lighter in the car. Oops, can't get demonetized because of Eminem. So yeah, this is the plug right here. So usually the colored wire there is the positive and the black wire is the negative. So we're just going to quickly check that now. I'm just going to shove the prongs in there and make sure my calculations are correct. So as you guys can see with the 2 prongs, the positive and the the positive and the blue wire and the black and the black, you can see we get a reading of 11.92, which is going to be more than enough to power up the headlights. So what I'm going to do is, you can see down there I have the, I'm going to kick it with my foot right there, the red and black wire. I'm just going to quickly route up down through here and then just quickly connect up to those 2 there. And then yeah, solder that up and then we'll get that sorted. This is really cool as well. Now that I know that I can do this really quickly, it's going to make it a lot easier for installing my dash cam unit, which I have sitting in the thing just over there. So it's going to be mad. So if any of you guys actually had the privilege of seeing my last wiring job on my headlights, you guys will know on the NA it wasn't so great. So I'm so glad that I'm finally doing it right once this time around, which I'm super stoked about. But what I've done is I've done a super clean install of the wires down there and soldered them all into place. And then it goes all the way, you guys probably can't see, all the way through there up to the grommet. And then as soon as it comes out the grommet in the engine bay side, so you guys might be able to see up the very back there, it just comes out the grommet, heads straight up into the, there's like a heat shielding behind there. It goes all the way up and across, tucks in behind this plastic, and then sort of fits all the way down here and then comes out just beside the light here. So it's always a good idea to also make sure that you're always double checking which wires go to where, because obviously, you know, I've always wired this one up here with a black strip to negative. So we're going to definitely double check to make sure that that is a negative so we don't blow up our lights. So I'll quickly just try and do this one-handed, but I highly doubt I will be able to. Oh no, might make it. Alright, so as you can see, that's coming up with 11.77 volts. Brilliant, so now we know that that one there is definitely the negative. Brilliant. So what I've done is I've quickly measured out just this little piece of wire just across the top. I'm going to quickly route it up above here with ample room on each side, just so it can connect down here all nice and smoothly, and then just zip tie it under the top. And then what's going to happen is wherever that thing I put is that thing there, which goes across the top of the rad support, it's just going to hide that wire that goes all the way across, and it's going to be super accessible if I ever need it again for the fog lights. Alright, so now with the wire all nice and neatly tucked up behind the rad support, it's not going to touch anything hot, which is brilliant. I'm going to quickly get everything set up so we're ready to solder straight. I was originally going to solder connections onto the wires so that way I could just easily unplug and plug in my headlights, but I literally am never going to take them out, and I'm going to plan on keeping this car for a while. And I like the angel eyes, so I'm just going to hardwire them in. If I ever need to take my headlights out, it looks like I'm going to have to resolder them. Shouldn't be an issue though. So I just quickly mocked everything up, and oh my god, I haven't seen these things for such a long time now. They look so mad. They actually look purple on camera, but trust me, in real life they're like a nice big bright white. But oh my god. At least I connected everything up properly and I didn't blow any. What a bonus. I'm so keen to get these back on the car. Alrighty, I just got like way too excited and quickly chucked everything back together because I wanted to see it done. Now with the headlights, oh, I didn't tell you guys, the other day I like completely restored my headlights. I like buffed them out and then covered them with a Pompanazzi coating at work. So hopefully they should be pretty mad and stay UV protected for a while. If not, I'll just buff them out again. But oh man, it just looks so much meaner from the front and they're not even turned on yet. So I've wired them up into accessories. As I said before, I've completely drained my car like to the point where it's not starting anymore, which is stupid. I'm gonna have to fix that. There you go, so it's completely dead. However, if you turn it onto accessories now, I don't want to show you guys just yet, this is crazy. 3, 2, 1. Oh, so this right here is what my car looks with the halos. I'm going to try and dim the image down a little bit. Don't know how I can do that, but it honestly looks so much meaner from the front. My life just gets more and more cringeworthy by the day. You guys wanted it. I just provided the service. You guys wanted to see it. Now it's here. Now everyone's cringing. This is so cool. Oh, what am I doing to myself? Alright, the car's gonna actually die soon. Better turn this off. Yeah? What do you guys think? So that right there is how you install Angel Eye headlights. It's very, very straightforward. Just find an accessories port and then just wire it straight up into your headlights with a positive and negative. It's super, super easy. So as I said before, pretty much routed it from inside where the cigarette lighter is all the way down the side of the guard here, straight to this front headlight. Then this front headlight is bridged over across here and into the back of this headlight. So it all runs super, super easy. Everything's nice and soldered into place. And that wire there will be hidden as soon as we get this thing here, which I forgot to put on, which is stupid of me. And we put it straight back into place there. The only little bit where you can see it is at the very top there. But this is all going to get wrapped black very soon, so I don't have an issue with that. Apart from that, everything's looking pretty mad in stock. Before I put everything back together, once again, I wanted to do a massive, massive shout out to Super Cheap Auto. Super Cheap Auto is a company I never thought that I would be working with in the future. But now to have, you know, all of this stuff that's now being looked after incredibly sprawled all over the floor was all given to me just by uploading videos and from just, you know, people reaching out and making people's days. So Super Cheap Auto, you guys are amazing. Thank you so much for making my dreams come true. And thank you very much for allowing me to completely and utterly destroy my car. So, yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna get all the bolts back in so my front bar doesn't fall off, because that sounds like something that Zach would do. And yeah, I'll come back when everything's all bolted together. Also, one thing I would suggest is taking out your park bulbs as well, because obviously when you have these lights on, you don't really want the outside light to be lighting up with the halos, because that looks like, you know, this one here is turning on and this one here, it just looks odd. So you want to take the Parker bulbs out, and don't stress too much, and also don't take my word for it. I actually believe that if the halos aren't a different color and they're just solid white, it actually acts as a Parker bulb anyway. BMWs do it, and also just regular DRLs in every single car do it. Because the headlights are not approved by Queensland roads or Australian roads, I don't believe they're legal. However, it's only if the cop was extremely picky. So just make sure that you're doing the right thing. I told you none of this about how to install it, but as far as I'm aware, they should be fine. They should be fine. So there you guys have it. Another day, another hot boy mod to my XR6 Turbo. Oh man, I just love it. Every single day this thing's coming more and more into its own, and I'm just like so happy where it's all coming, because it's finally starting to take shape as to where my old NA was, but just being a whole lot faster. There's still a lot more work to do to make it a lot more cleaner, but apart from that, this thing's really starting to come into its own. But, you know, it all comes in time. In the next coming months, the car should be getting tuned very, very soon. Very excited for that. Yeah, apart from that, this vlog is pretty much over. Thank you everyone for coming out and having a good time. If you remember to like the video, leave a thumbs up, leave a comment down below, and also please subscribe, as it does help me out a lot. Let me know what you thought in the comments, and I will see you all in the next video. Peace out, guys. I love this thing so much.